the experts look at the other experts and go, yeah, this guy is very good. It's not just like a cut and dry thing where like a guy's putting up some big numbers, so suddenly he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, and we actually have the next game here, so we can stop talking about other players. Let's get into game 3 between Dog and Powder here. This one's very important for Powder.
It has to win. I feel like this is, every single time we get into the game 3 situation where they're tied up, this always feels like the most pivotal point.
Yeah, I mean, all the momentum comes from here. If you're a believer in that kind of thing, if you ever watch sports, I mean, there's always been a big argument, is momentum actually a thing? I believe in it because it just feels like, you know, you pick easier, you start second guessing yourself less, and I don't know, I think it has a big effect, and whoever wins this one obviously has a big advantage being up 2-1.
Yeah, confidence is a big deal. I don't really want to believe it. Anyone says that confidence isn't a big thing. You know, I have felt it before. These players have felt it before. We've heard them talk about it. You know, they're the ones in the seat. How can you tell them that he's wrong?
Yeah, and Dog's going to continue to be aggressive. These hero powers, they match up pretty well against each other.
Yeah, well, it depends on which side you're on.
That's what I'm trying to get at here. You know, in this match, Dog's going to be a little bit faster, and Powder's going to get on the ground running a little bit better. In fact, did we see a Defender of Argus in Powder's opening hand? I think we did.
I wasn't sure about it, but I want to talk about Dog's play here. I love that he's foregoing the Knife Juggler. A, the Nerubian Egg is out, so Abusive Sergeant or Power Overwhelming, you're going to get maximally punished. B, he's got Unleash the Hounds in his hand, and his hand is already pretty darn weak on utility, so he's going to have to make something happen with one of these big swingy plays. This isn't just like a clean-cut, easy deal for him at this point.
Yeah, and in this matchup, it's really hard to keep it, but sometimes I actually like keeping Defender of Argus in your opening hand if you have any other early plays, because it's so important in this matchup. It's one of your best cards, if not the best card in your deck against the Hunter decks. So just keeping it in your opening hand makes sense to me. It's hard to make yourself do it. I understand mulliganing when the rest of your hand is bad. Like if your entire hand is bad, it's hard to keep a 4-drop in this match. You need to do something. You need to get on the board. And yeah, you're going to see Dog play pretty strange here this game, and this kind of signals Unleash the Hounds and a Knife Juggler to Powder.
Or maybe even Explosive Trap.
Or maybe even Explosive Trap, because we've talked about this. Anytime players make really weird plays, you know, like that looks like a strange play out of Dog. And anytime a good player makes a play like that, you have to think why.
Yeah. And so even in the face of the Imp Gang boss, like playing the Explosive Trap here, your opponent is going to play something else after this. Your opponent's going to be getting another minion on board. You have Knife Juggler Unleash the Hounds coming on turn 5. Set this up.
It's going to be able to clean up some of this board all right.
Yeah, the Void Caller, I think, is probably one of the last minions that Dog actually wanted to see. This, I mean, now his play game plan has been cut into quite a bit.
Yeah, now he's not even going to immediately Knife Juggler Unleash, because there's a lot of disastrous things that can happen.
He's going to Leroy instead, so he's looking
him in the face.
Yeah, this is the really big picture that Dog's looking at.
And look at Powder's face. He's just like, oh boy, what just happened?
Yeah, this is a scary position to be in.
Now this Powder does have a Defender of Argus, and that's what Dog didn't want to see. You know, this is actually a good play from Dog if he didn't have Defender of Argus.
Yeah, I think actually even if he has Defender of Argus, it's really not that bad. He's squeezing the charge damage now.
Yeah, well the thing is, I would like to see that if he still had the kill command in his hand. This is going to be an interesting turn. It's going to be interesting turn 7. I would like to see it if he still had the kill command in his hand, because then he has a ton of reach. But with his hand right now, he doesn't have, you know, an immense amount of reach yet, and he's going to die next turn. Like in the next 2 turns, sorry, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, he's facing down 10 damage right now.
There's some cards that kill you out of Powder's deck.
Yeah, so how much time does he actually have to get this through? I think I mean, obviously he just has to take a risk at this point. He's not going to recover this board state.
You're going to be taking 3 anyway from this Imp Gang boss. This keeps the same amount of minions on board too, so your Unleash the Hounds is still good. Now he's setting up a huge Knife Juggler, Unleash the Hounds next turn.
There's a piece of Sergeant. Doomguard was added with this. That would have been lethal. But now I look at Powder's spot and I go, does he even want to add minions to the board?
I think you have to just play around this as much as possible. I think maybe you just add just the Void Caller. I have to, like, if you have 5 of them, they get through that. They get through 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't think there's any combination of cards along with Unleash the Hounds that just straight up kill you. It has to be stuff like Knife Juggler and some very fortunate or unfortunate Knife Juggles. But I like just holding here.
Powder's going to move in.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this Abusive Sergeant. It doesn't change the clock a ton.
Doesn't change the clock at all, it looks like to me.
Well, maybe around some traps is what he's playing around.
This is the turn that Dog was looking for. These juggles.
Yeah, Powder knows what's about
to happen. You know what's
actually
funny is he's got so many minions on board that adding the Abusive Sergeant isn't a liability right now, because he only gets 5 hounds anyway. That's exactly what Powder was thinking about.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right, actually. This is so many juggles.
gosh, this is almost painful to watch.
Only one with the face.
Wow, Dog's going to be able to clean up the entire board. Did he just stabilize?
At 3. There are some cards that kill him, though. Powder does have outs to just win the game.
Oh my god. I cannot believe what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, this has been unbelievable here. Great play from Powder. Great play from Dog in this game as well, playing to his only outs.
Super patient, making horribly inefficient plays to try to get the job done. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If Powder does not implosion here, there's just a chance he loses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's technically dead on board here, yeah, so he has to actually play defensively and then hope this is gonna be good enough to get through. Is that enough?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dog is gonna win this game. I cannot believe this.
Yep, perfectly drawn Wolf Rider. Powder not liking to see this. He's gonna be down 2-1 here. He needs to win 2 straight to have his season continue.
That is unbelievable. I mean, so many times we've looked at board states and wondered how people are gonna end up winning the game. Dog had to play what looks like, if you just were watching this without seeing their hands, you would watch it and go, what the hell is Dog doing? Yeah. Well, he was setting up this moment in the game. When he drew the second, when he had his 2 Knife Jugglers and the Unleash the Hounds, he knew that he was going to have to get a major swing turn on turn 7 to get this job done. It cost him 27 life to get to this point, but that's enough. You only have to have 1 at the end of the game to kill your opponent.